Christy Hartman here. Welcome back to my channel. I had a friend who inquired about the pan pastels to be used both on the gel plate and on your prints. And I said, well, you don't have to use pan pastels. You can use regular pastels and they'll work the same exact way. What pastels are is they are nothing more than pure pigment with a binder. This is a soft pastel set. All they are is just pigment in a stick that is put together with a binder. Now this is another set of pastels, and this is my very first set of pastels. And this is an old Grumbacher set. These are called new pastels. These are still available. This is another super old set. These are harder than the soft pastels. And then we have pastels that are in a pencil. They look like this. They're great for detail or anytime that you want to work similar to a colored pencil. Pan pastels have a high pigment load, so do soft pastels. Pan pastels can be used with any type of tool that you want to use. They come with these soft tools. I'm just going to make a kind of a swatch here, and we'll try and find similar colors. This is yellow ochre. I could use a brush with them. So these are an IPC brush, which is called an ink pastel chalk brush, and they're made by Dynasty, and they are designed specifically to be used with pastels. This is still yellow ochre, and look at how nicely that brush delivered that pigment. So these are absolutely incredible. When you work with pastels, you get super dirty. It's the nice thing about pan pastels is you don't get quite as dirty. But here's a yellow ochre. Let's put this one . Let me label these. Now this is my really old set of Grumbacher. Okay, now this one doesn't have the coverage that this one did. Now let's take a look at the new pastel. Are definitely in the harder range. It's not as comfortable to use, and I'm not getting that pigment down into that paper. Let's just smooth that out a bit. And they're good for adding detail to something. So let's come up here to the pan pastel. Let's say I wanted to add, you know, hair on a animal or some sort of, it could be a little flower. Let's put some leaves on it. You have an extraordinary amount of detail. Now let's take a look at the Faber-Castell pastel pencils. And let's see what we can do with these. So let's just start throwing in some color and seeing what happens. Okay, that was with soft pastels. Now, what if I wanted to use my pencils? Let's do one with pan pastels. Alright, so there you have it. Pastels. A few different ways. I am no expert by any means at all. I think you can see the difference between the pastel pencils, which is this one, the regular pastels, which is this one, the soft pastels, and then the pan pastels.